Hey, what's going on, guys? We're up here in Colorado getting ready to ride the dirt bikes here, and brought the Panasonic G85 and some other stuff along with me. It's got to be an awesome blast. I thought I'd bring you guys along. But yeah, since the last video I've sold my A7 and bought this G85 that I'm filming on now, and can't wait to talk about it. Ooh, there's a fly. So I sold my Sony A7 that I had last video. Now I've got this G85 we're filming on now. And be excited to talk about it, tell you guys why I sold a full frame for Micro Four-Thirds and all of that stuff. But yeah, that'll be awesome. Catch you guys in a minute.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I know it's been a while since I've done any videography or photography uploads, and I apologize for that. I've had some health issues come up that have been making stuff difficult for me lately, but hoping that I can get past it and get everything going and keep going with these videos. So I just wanted to jump in and finish the stuff I started filming on vacation earlier this summer, and discuss what made me go from the G85 or the A7 to the G85. And when it comes right down to it, cost is why. When you compare the Sony E-mount, like the 24-70 2.8 G Master lens at I think it's about $2,400 new, to the lens we're filming on now, which is the 12-35 f2.8 Panasonic lens, which you can have used for about $500. Even comparing to about an $1,800 used G Master lens, that's a lot of lenses you can buy. The other thing, this is my 12-60 kit lens that came with the G85. Just for size, the 24-70 equivalent is the 12-35 we're filming with now, and it's about the exact same size as this, compared to something like a 24-70L lens for Canon or the G Master for Sony, which, you know, adds about this much to it. Size became the second advantage that I found going to Micro Four-Thirds from full frame. The cost obviously is huge to me because I don't find enough difference between a full frame and Micro Four-Thirds to justify the huge cost differences. The depth of field issue a lot of people want to bring up, I don't see it as being a huge advantage or disadvantage for either system. If you want a shallow depth of field on Micro Four-Thirds, you can still get it, you just have to go about it a different way. There's a couple of shots here that I'll probably be showing you right now that I took with a 135 f2.8 full frame Minolta lens that I adapted to the G85. As you can tell, the depth of field is what you'd expect from a 135 2.8 full frame lens. What you don't see in that is that I was far away from my subject for that shot. Using a 135 lens on Micro Four-Thirds equates to about a 270 on full frame. So obviously the field of view is going to be much tighter, but you can still get the shallow depth of field that you'd expect from that lens just by using it on a Micro Four-Thirds as you would on a full frame. On the flip side of that, if you're shooting landscapes and you want that deeper depth of field, it is a little easier with Micro Four-Thirds because with the body stabilization and dual power IS, which means the lens and the body stabilization work together like the Panasonic systems, you still can get a handheld sharp photo with a deep depth of field on Micro Four-Thirds pretty easily. On the flip side of that, for full frame, you either would want to have a tripod or one of the new stabilized bodies or any of those types of things. And if for whatever reason you need faster shutter speeds for that, there's still focus stacking. So like I said, the differences aren't as big as a lot of people make them out to be, I think. So there's ways around almost everything if you think about it. And I just couldn't justify the cost gap, provided that there was such a small disparity between the systems. A lot of people, it seems to me, forget when they're comparing camera bodies to compare the ecosystem for each system. It's like so with Micro Four-Thirds, there's a whole plethora of great lenses out there, and the majority of them are much less expensive than what you would be spending on equivalent full-frame glass. So when you're shopping and you're looking at that new A7R3 or the new Panasonic G9 or things like that, keep the ecosystem in mind. Don't just price out the camera bodies. Think about the body and 2 or 3 lenses that you know you're going to want or need, and then compare your pricing and what the advantages and disadvantages of each system are. My plan with this is to stick with Micro Four-Thirds and move up through the lines, eventually maybe get a G85 for video and a G9 for photos if I get to where I'm making decent money with my cameras. So that's kind of the way I've been thinking about this, is start with the G85, round up a nice lineup of glass, and work my way up as money and time allows. For me, that seemed like the best path to take for my photography career future, as opposed to upping to A7 III or something and only being able to afford one lens and being stuck to it, because I've come to learn the lenses seem to make more difference than the bodies in a lot of cases. And Micro Four-Thirds has a huge lineup of great lenses from Panasonic and Olympus, and even Voigtlander and some others have started in Sigma to making Micro Four-Thirds glass as well. So yeah, switching from the A7 to the G85, I have absolutely no regrets. The A7 was a great camera, but I don't miss it in any way. I'm really pleased with this one. Even the autofocus on this camera is much better than the first generation Sony A7. Doing all of these action shots that I took of my family dirt bike riding, everything came out great. I've had very few missed shots due to focus. I'm pleasantly surprised with how well everything works on this camera, being that it's not even the latest generation technology Panasonic has out right now. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to get back to putting out regular content again. I just thought I'd make a short little sweet video and talk about the reason why I went to Micro Four-Thirds. I just wanted to build a better ecosystem and save money doing it, have more versatility. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to read them and get back to you. And yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing more of you around on YouTube. So take care. We'll see you later.